Listen to that sound. That's the sound of luxury. The moment where pure fat meets fire and melts into something close to perfection. One of these steaks costs hundreds of dollars, and some say it's the most tender meat on earth. But behind that golden sizzle lies a secret few people truly understand. Kobe. Wagyu. Two names that spark obsession, confusion, and myths. People use them interchangeably, but they're not the same, not even close. Kobe isn't a type of cow. It's a title, earned through impossible standards. A rare jewel of Japan, born only in Hyogo Prefecture, raised under rules so strict that every cut carries its own certificate of authenticity. Wagyu, on the other hand, is the broader family, Japan's sacred breed of cattle, known for their genetic gift of rich, intricate marbling. It's that marbling that makes each bite melt, the moment it hits your tongue. Kobe is heritage, precise, traditional, delicate. Wagyu is evolution, bold, global, and reinvented by ranchers from America to Australia. Kobe whispers luxury, buttery, sweet, and impossibly soft. Wagyu roars with flavor, juicy, intense, unapologetically rich. One is the old master, the other the ambitious prodigy. But when these two legends stand side by side, which one truly deserves the crown? This is Kobe versus Wagyu, the battle of texture, taste, and truth. For centuries, Japan treated its cattle as national treasures. They weren't bred for speed or strength, but for endurance. Slow, steady, powerful animals used to plow fields across the mountainous terrain of Japan. Over generations, something remarkable happened. These cattle developed fine veins of fat within their muscles, a natural defense against long labor, a genetic advantage that no other breed on earth possessed. That gift became the foundation of Wagyu, the word itself meaning Japanese cow. But calling Wagyu just beef is like calling a Stradivarius just a violin. It's art, shaped by centuries of dedication. When you hear Wagyu, think of it as the bloodline, a collection of Japanese breeds known for their unbelievable marbling. But when you hear Kobe, think of it as the championship title, a crown given only to the best of the best. To earn the name Kobe beef, a cow must be born and raised in Hyogo Prefecture, must come from the Tajima bloodline, must be slaughtered at a certified facility, and must reach the highest marbling and quality grades. Even its fat color, texture, and weight are judged by expert graders. Only a tiny fraction of Wagyu cattle ever make it to that level. That's why genuine Kobe beef is so rare that it was banned from export for decades. Outside Japan, the myth grew. Restaurants across the world began using the word Kobe as a marketing trick. Kobe sliders, Kobe burgers, even Kobe-style hot dogs. The truth? 99% of them had never seen a single strand of authentic Kobe beef. Real Kobe isn't just meat, it's a national identity. Every cow has a birth certificate, a lineage record, even a nose print that proves its authenticity. Wagyu, meanwhile, became Japan's gift to the world. As Japanese genetics spread, ranchers in the United States, Australia, and Europe began to experiment. They crossbred Wagyu with local cattle like Angus to create hybrids that could survive different climates and still deliver that signature tenderness. The result was the rise of American Wagyu. It's not the same as pure Japanese Wagyu, but it bridges two worlds, the luxurious marbling of Japan and the bold, beefy flavor of the West. While Kobe remains untouchable, delicate, subtle, a once-in-a-lifetime indulgence, Wagyu has become more accessible, more adventurous, more global. And yet, no matter how far it travels, that question still lingers. When you taste the finest beef in the world, what are you really tasting? Is it the genetics, the feed, the care? Or is it something deeper, a story of culture, tradition, and pride written into every bite? Because behind every piece of Kobe beef is a farmer who knows every animal by name. Behind every Wagyu ranch abroad is a dream, to chase perfection, one steak at a time. Wagyu didn't stay hidden in Japan forever. In the 1970s, a handful of cattle were quietly exported to the United States, a small genetic seed that would eventually grow into a global obsession. American ranchers saw potential beyond imagination. They took the purity of Japanese Wagyu and blended it with their own traditions, crossing it with Angus and other local breeds to create something new, bold, robust, and unmistakably Western. They called it American Wagyu, not as delicate as the original, but richer, meatier, and crafted for the grill. It was the start of a revolution. Suddenly, Wagyu wasn't just a Japanese secret, it was an international language of flavor. In Australia, farmers embraced Wagyu like a philosophy. Vast open ranges, sustainable feeding programs, and ocean air created a distinct character. Cleaner, slightly saltier, with a brightness that reflected the landscape itself. Each country began developing its own version of Wagyu, like musicians covering a timeless song. Same melody, different soul. But still, none of them could claim to be Kobe. Kobe remained sacred. Japan's regulations were unbreakable. To this day, true Kobe beef can only come from the Hyogo region, from a pure Tajima bloodline, raised, graded, and certified under the strictest supervision. Even the farmers describe it as a form of guardianship, not production. They speak softly about their cattle, almost reverently, each one raised with balance and care, never rushed, never stressed, because stress changes everything. It affects how the fat forms, how the muscle develops, how the flavor blossoms. That's why real Kobe beef tastes so unreal. It isn't just about luxury, it's about peace. Every detail matters, from the clean mountain water they drink to the rhythm of their feeding cycles, from the quiet barns to the way the animals are handled. Every part of their life shapes the flavor in your mouth. And when that beef finally reaches the hands of a chef, it becomes a test of respect. You don't drown Kobe beef in spices or sauces. You don't overcook it. You don't hide its story under garnish. You let it speak, gently, clearly, with the pure voice of Japan itself. Wagyu, however, invites creativity. It adapts. It welcomes smoke, flame, bold seasoning, and experimentation. Chefs around the world treat Wagyu like a canvas, searing, basting, even smoking it to unlock new depths of flavor. Kobe is a sonnet. Wagyu is jazz. Both are beautiful, one written by tradition, the other by interpretation. And that's where the comparison becomes fascinating. When you taste Kobe beef, you experience control. Every bite is perfect by design, balanced, measured, and refined. When you taste Wagyu from outside Japan, you experience freedom. Every bite tells a different story, the story of the person who raised it, cooked it, and shared it with you. Two philosophies, born from the same bloodline, now living worlds apart. Yet both trace back to the same heartbeat, a devotion to perfection. As global demand skyrocketed, so did imitation. Wagyu began appearing everywhere, on burgers, in supermarkets, even in fast food. But not all Wagyu is created equal. True Japanese Wagyu, especially a 5 grade, remains rare and expensive, a category of its own. American and Australian Wagyu can be incredible too, but it's a different experience. It's stronger, smokier, more familiar. Japanese Wagyu, by contrast, is almost ethereal. So rich you don't need much, so tender it almost feels unreal. People often ask which one tastes better. But the truth is, they're not meant to compete. They're meant to coexist as two expressions of the same pursuit, the pursuit of perfect beef. Because in the end, taste is personal. Some people crave the softness of Kobe, the way it melts and disappears like silk on your tongue. Others crave the power of Wagyu, that meaty depth, that primal satisfaction of flavor that lingers long after the bite is gone. And perhaps that's what makes this story so captivating. There is no single winner, just two philosophies, two worlds, and one extraordinary connection that ties them together, the art of turning simplicity into wonder. Now, the moment of truth. Side by side, two of the finest cuts ever created, Kobe and Wagyu, two legends born from the same bloodline but shaped by different worlds. The Kobe steak, delicate, pale, marbled like marble art. The Wagyu steak, darker, denser, carrying the strength of its lineage. As the heat rises, fat begins to melt. The aroma fills the air, sweet, nutty, almost floral. For a moment, time slows down. The first bite of Kobe feels like silk dissolving on your tongue. It doesn't chew, it doesn't resist. It just vanishes, leaving behind a sweetness that lingers like memory. It's almost unreal, as if your senses can't fully grasp what just happened. Then comes the Wagyu, a little firmer, richer, with a bold, savory note that builds and deepens. The flavor blooms with every chew, buttery, smoky, layered with umami that keeps evolving long after you swallow. Kobe feels like luxury, an experience of stillness, peace, and refinement. Wagyu feels like passion, alive, dynamic, and full of power. It's not just taste you're experiencing, it's culture, it's philosophy. It's the reflection of two nations and two ways of life, one rooted in ritual, the other in reinvention. Because food, at its best, isn't about hunger. It's about emotion. It's about the stories that live inside every bite. Kobe is a meditation, a moment to honor simplicity and patience. Wagyu is a celebration, an invitation to explore and create. And when you taste both, you realize something profound. They were never meant to compete. They complete each other. Kobe reminds us of the beauty of boundaries, the idea that mastery comes from discipline. Wagyu reminds us of the beauty of freedom, that evolution is the key to keeping tradition alive. Both are perfection, expressed differently. So, which one is truly the best? The answer depends on who you are. If you seek purity, precision, and heritage, Kobe will whisper to your soul. If you crave flavor, strength, and exploration, Wagyu will speak to your fire. Two paths, one purpose: to bring joy through craft. And that's the truth behind the world's most expensive beef. Not just a meal, but a masterpiece, carved from history, culture, and time. So the next time you hear the words Kobe beef or Wagyu steak, remember what they really mean. Not just meat, not just a label, but a legacy, centuries in the making, cooked in the language of patience and perfection. Kobe versus Wagyu, heritage versus innovation, the past versus the future, and in the middle, the taste that connects them both. Because no matter which one you choose, the real winner is the one who gets to experience it.